Alrighty. Let's see if this thing is going. It looks like it is. Looks like it's trying anyway. Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well and hopefully this is working. It says excellent connection, so we're going to go for it here. What we got going on here today is you are looking at the Airbus 135. And the Airbus 135 is a project that is done by some people. And I'm trying to frantically get over there. I was there, but to start my live stream, I ended up screwing it up. So now I got to go find it again. Oopsie! But anyway, it's a nice aircraft. It's the first helicopter in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that I'm aware of. And so I thought I'd take it out and go fly with it and learn with it and play with it. So as I'm sitting here trying to get to the website here of where you can pick it up at, and I will have a link in the description down below once this thing goes. And of course everything is lagging like hell right now because that's what happens when you're streaming. When you stream, everything goes to hell. Riveting. Okay, there it is. Alright, so there it is. There is the Airbus H135 helicopter project. And we're at version 0.61 right now. February 4th was February 26th was the release, the initial release, but March was the last time it was updated. And the group that's doing it says Hype Performance Group, or at least who's publishing it. I don't know if it's the who's the who, other than the fact that the credits down here. And what makes this thing so special is the fact it's the first helicopter in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And what's so cool about it is the fact that that these guys there is no infrastructure here in Microsoft Flight Simulator for helicopters yet. Asobo has just not built them. And so what these guys have done with this helicopter is they just said, okay, fine, we'll just we'll make one ourselves. So that's what they've done, and it's really cool. I'm really impressed with it so far. And I'm not a helicopter guy. I'm a fixed wing guy, but I have a use for it. And I see that I'm going to have to change my description. I'll just do that after the fact. But we'll go ahead and get on inside it right now. Let's go ahead and get inside it. So now we're inside it with everything on and ready to go. And all I have to do is, once this thing gets done loading here, is start this bad boy. And how you start it is, or how I've been starting it is, you know what? Let me back up here. Let me back up a little bit. Let me turn everything back off. Okay, everything's off. Now we're cold and dark. This is the way it should have been. So now we're cold and dark. What I like about what the developer has done is he's turned around and he's taken this thing where you can actually just walk around the aircraft. None of the out-of-the-box aircraft do that, and all the paywares that I have don't have this generous of being able to walk around the aircraft. And being able to walk around it is really cool because, it's nice. It's nice to look at. It's nice to, especially if you paid for it. Now this is a freebie, so which is really good. But yeah, it's for an alpha, I would consider this an alpha product right now because there's a lot of things that is still wrong with it. But again, give them a lot of leeway because they're doing something that Microsoft Flight Simulator just does not have the infrastructure for, and that is having rotary aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not, Microsoft Flight Simulator is just not set up for it. They're set up for fixed wing only, as far as I know. So it is what it is. But boy, I tell you what, it really does look nice, and it looks like it's going to be an awesome thing. They do have wide berth of where you open and close the doors. You can just mouse and about anywhere around the fuselage to open and close, and it just opens all of the doors. They haven't got set up where each individual door you can open. I'm sure they'll probably get that over time. Either they learn how to do it or the SDK will allow them to do that. We'll see that over time, I would imagine. The rotary animation right now is pretty weak, to be blunt and honest with you. But that's, again, it's you know, it's something that's not supposed to be, and it's here. So again, totally forgive them for it. It's not that big of a deal. Having a helicopter right now at this stage in the development phase is pretty sweet. You know, pretty damn sweet. Let's see what else I want to talk about here on the outside here. This is the corporate livery. Corporate livery is just a white with a blue, nothing special here. Windshield wipers don't work. Oh, I don't expect them to yet. Lights, they just have a little light. There's just like a light in midair that kind of shines light on the ground. It's not very bright. It's just kind of like I'm here type thing. So I'm sure that'll get worked out over time. You would think that the light would be coming from this little hole right here. I'm assuming this is where the light, the light source would be. Again, I don't know. I'm not a helicopter guy. I'm a fixed wing guy. But what I have this for is I have this for Neofly, because Neofly has jobs where you got to go to a specific spot or land as close as you can to a specific spot. And having a helicopter, you can land right there at that specific spot. And of course, it just makes things a lot easier having a helicopter than using a fixed wing trying to get within 2 nautical miles. Here, now that we got a helicopter, we can land right over the top of where the target needs to be. So that's my attraction for me for this. So is having that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get back inside. I'll take a look inside here in the backside in the where everybody sits, and you can see we got 5 packs right here. And what's modeled, which looks pretty damn nice, looks pretty snazzy. And then I don't know if this helicopter is based on is for solo operations or not. I'm sure helicopters do have are certified for solo operations on some, and some are not. This particular aircraft, I don't know if because you're carrying passengers, if helicopters are solo operation. I don't know. I don't know how it works, so I can't speak on that. We just have our little chickie poo here, which is kind of cool. And having a little friend here is great and all, but she's in the way actually. I can't look over there. If I look over here, then I can't see anything because her body is in my way. So I kind of wish that she wasn't there, and also she's not sitting down quite properly. But again, I'm not tripping, just stating it, but I'm not tripping on it. No lights back here in the back that I can see. I've got a lot of major reflections there, which is cool. Very, very cool. A lot of reflections. But yeah, I mean, for a free product for one, and something that's not supposed to be in the sim yet, and it's here, I'm very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. I can see nothing but blue skies ahead with this thing. I mean, this is really cool. Unless these guys stop development, which, they're the first to do it, so I hope they take it right on through. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get on inside here. We'll go ahead and get back inside. We'll go ahead and close this thing up. And let's just go ahead and start. None of the control surfaces, none of the controls things here work right now. They're just static placements here. The avionics package, some buttons work, some don't. The autopilot, I have not been able to get it to work myself. So all my interaction to start the airplane, move the airplane, is all with my stuff that's outside the sim. So my honeycomb yoke with all the switches and stuff, and my SciTech throttle quadrant, and my nose wheel trim thing, and all this other stuff, all that is outside the sim, and that's how I'm able to control the aircraft, is outside the sim with not having to do anything here. It's just they're not all flushed out yet. And I see another helicopter or an aeroplane right there zipping along. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy up and have a look-see. So we're going to start our power, our battery. Go Go ahead and do the alternator. Go ahead and do bus 1. Go ahead and do bus 2. Just go ahead and just get that out of the way. If I turn on the beacon light, when you turn on a beacon light, the beacon light currently is bound the same as the doors, and that's not a me problem. That's just the way the airplane is, the aircraft is right now. And if I say airplane, I say airplane. You know what I mean. You mean this aircraft right here, because I'm a, like I said, I'm a fixed wing guy. But it's okay. It's okay. So landing lights, all the lights are on. This is all not to spec. The cyclic right here is bound to my throttle, so obviously it's not going up. The twisty thing that I think is right would be right here. Well, actually, my mouse is not turned on, but it would be, you know, on the shaft itself, which would actually make the rotor spin faster, or I could be doing that backwards. I'm not for sure. I'm sure Bug Eater 64 will correct me on all this, because he's a helicopter guy, and you know I defer to his judgment because he knows what he's doing. And but also like and subscribe to his channel. I'm sure I'll put the link in my description notes for him to go check him out, because he likes helicopters, and you know he's a good friend of mine that I've known a long time. The switching gears on the mixture. The mixture itself that I've got bound, it doesn't seem to do anything with a helicopter. But this is a turboprop, or it's a turbine aircraft. So you know, I just have it bound there. It works. It works. It doesn't. Whatever. So anyway, so everything is all set, and we'll go ahead and start now. How to start this aircraft? The only way I've been able to start this aircraft is to do the Control E. So Control Edward, Control Echo, whatever you want to say. That's how you get the aircraft to start. And it takes about anywhere between 60 to 90 seconds for the airplane or the aircraft to completely fire up. But it will fire up, it just takes time to do it. And see there you can hear the sound, and then you'll see the prop start to spin here in a second. And there. The prop is at low, or the rotors are at low idle right now, and if I go full, I get about halfway, then they spool up completely, and I can just take it all the way to full max on my prop lever, and then it's ready to go. That's how I do it anyway. And let's get back inside here. So now we're actually ready to take off now. I got everything set. I'm not going to talk to ATC for this flight right here. Let me go ahead and move my eyeball up here a little bit so I can be able to look. I don't want to be too high. I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard to move my eyeball. And then I'll go Control, Alt, and 1. So that just repositioned my camera or my viewpoint. And then we can go ahead now. I'm gonna bring it up. I gotta bring up my throttle to about 33 to 50%, and it just leaps off the ground. It doesn't do a smooth transition between ground and air. So again, that's not because of the developer. That's because of the fact of the way Microsoft Flight Simulator is at this point. There, now it's off the ground. Now we're probably, what, 10 or 12 feet off the ground. And I'm just not, like I said, screw the rules. I'm just going to go up. We'll go ahead and go on up. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go point the aircraft forward. And then we're airborne and we're moving around. I see there's another player. How I know that's another player right there on that aircraft is because of the colors. He's got the same, well, he was until I got too far away, but he was purple. But anyway, let's go over here. Let's go look around here real quick. Go fly around a little bit. Go fly around here in the San Fernando Valley, leaving Burbank, KBUR. And we'll go over that mountain ridge right over there. I do have to put a lot of force with my yoke, with my honeycomb yoke, to get it to turn, turn the aircraft to be able to get it for that forward momentum. I have not been able to trim the aircraft out. For some reason, when I try to use all my trims, it just will not trim out. So it's hands-on flying all the way. You don't have the luxury of trimming it out, and it's hands-free flying. But I'm sure that all that stuff will be worked out over time. Because like I say, what I'm using this aircraft for is for NeoFly, for the drop missions. Drop-off missions where you drop off a medic or whatever to a scene of an accident. And that's pretty cool because you just drop it right there. And that makes things really, really nice. We're flying over the hills here. And we'll just come on over here. We're heading towards Tahunga, California right now. And right in front of us, that right there is the 210 freeway. See, if I let go of the stick, and immediately it wants to climb. And so I really got to put a lot of force to get it to be under control. And like I say again, if I start messing around with my nose trim and everything else, it really messes up the aircraft. And at least for now. So I just don't even mess with it anymore. I just hand fly it and just get tired really quick. So I definitely appreciate you guys watching. And like I said, this the first helicopter in Microsoft Flight Simulator, to my knowledge anyway. And now we're in Tahunga. And we'll just kind of follow. What we'll do is we'll fly around here a little bit. We'll fly around here to Tahunga, and then we will we'll land at Whiteman Airport. Just do a quick little jaunt around. See if we can see the Jack in the Box. We'll go over here like this. We can see the Food for Less right there. Of course, now I'm too high. And we'll go ahead and just starve it of power. And let this thing fall. Well, right there, that building right there, I'm trying to make in this, that we're nosing towards, that's the Food for Less. Used to be a video store right there. Used to be a Blockbuster there too back in the day. Oh no, we're gonna crash. And then a 7-Eleven is right there. Right there, right where the dash is, that's the 7-Eleven right there. And then right on the corner where the two roads meet, that's the Dunkin' Donuts right there. So if you want a donut, there you go. There. Oh, has it actually got the? Hey, yeah, it's got Ralph's. I'll be damned. It's actually Microsoft Flight Simulator actually put the logo right there. Check that out. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. Here, let me just change my viewpoint here a little bit. Of course, now I'm going to crash into these houses. You got some signage. Got a Ralph's. I don't know. I can't really read. Oh, Rite Aid. Is that what that is? A Rite Aid? I guess that's a Rite Aid. That's pretty cool. Well, the Blockbuster used to be right down there on the end. The Blockbuster used to be. I want to make sure I don't hit those trees because it might fail. But this is the reason why probably Microsoft Flight Simulator is not eager to get helicopters, because now you can see it and people are going to look at this and some people are going to say, oh, that looks like crap, blah, 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 blah. And I guess you could say, I mean, but hey, you know, when you're up at altitude, it looks great at altitude. So that used to be a restaurant right there. I don't know what it is now, but that used to be a restaurant. I think it used to be a Sizzler or something like that back in the day. Ate there once. And of course, back to the 210 freeway. Then we'll go down here, Sunland Boulevard, I believe this is. Sunland Boulevard, yeah. Of course, I'm sure all these noise embankment issues would be pissing off a lot of people right now. And like I said, I'm having to put a lot of force in, you know, in the aircraft to be able to have that forward momentum. You know, with my yoke. There's Sunland Boulevard. Let's expedite this here, get a little bit faster, and come on around. I could do this for hours. I mean, I could just sit here and just go, you know, you know, low and slow like this. What's over here? What's over there? That kind of thing. So we'll run over here to the to Hansen Dam. That's what this is over here. So yeah, I'll be using the hell out of this in Neofly with the drop missions. Here's Hansen Dam right here. Which is pretty cool. Now there'd actually, if I put the water mod on, I think it would fill this thing up more. But in reality, this is pretty much how it is for real. So that's, you know, the water mod is kind of cool and all, but not necessarily. Let me back off my power and come up. They put that little water park thing right there. They put that way back in 2008, 2010, along in there somewhere. That's Osborne Street right there. Right, let's go over here this way. We'll go down, continue on Sunland Boulevard. Taco Bell right there we just passed. What's some Taco Bell? Had a little too fast there. So 210 to the 118, that's the 210, 118 interchange right there. Matter of fact, you know, little fun fact, the 210 freeway back in 1974 or 2, whenever Chips was one, they would use this stretch of the 210 freeway to do all their movie shoots, or the photo shoot for Chips back in the day. And how I know is I recognize, like, oh yeah, that's so and so. I know where that's at. You know, that kind of thing. And of course, Home Depot's right there. Home Depot. I forgot what the other. Oh, I think that was Home Depot and crap. I forgot. Costco maybe was. I forgot. Go right down the 210 freeway. Looks like westbound 210 freeway here on a Saturday is light traffic. Could be a traffic reporter. Eye in the sky. But not too bad. But like I say, when you get lower and lower and lower, and where you get on the ground, that's when you know, it really degrades a lot, and it's too bad. But hey, you know, that's the way it is. Can't be perfect. Yeah, back in 2013, 12. Heck, I don't remember. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. Now, of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator is populating it all out, but all this right here was all burnt up. We had a huge wildfire that came down in here, and all these, they look like homes, but they're actuality, these are actually modular homes. They're what do you call them? Trailer park. Yeah, this trailer park was all wiped out. For most of it was wiped out by the fire. I don't think anybody got hurt, but just, you know, the property damage, that kind of thing, if I remember right. But again, that was years ago. Years ago. Come on over here to the 514 split. See, this with the 210 merges, or with the 5. Well, I'm doing 91 knots, so that's pretty good. I did try to go underneath the bridge with this, but unfortunately, when I went underneath the bridge, I got crashed to death, or crashed the sim, so that still didn't work. That's interesting how it drew in all that dirt. Okay, that's bizarre. I don't know why Microsoft Flight Simulator did that. Weird. But it did. And of course, we're coming up to the 514 split. They tore down this entire interchange after the 94 earthquake. One of the bridges fell down, and police officer got killed. He went right over it. He's a motorcycle cop. He just went right over it, and that was that. And unfortunate, but you know, it happens. And but anyway, then they just tore it all down, and they rebuilt it from scratch, and they built that whole thing in 6 months. They had crews, one after another, rebuilding it. We had to go down Sierra Highway, which is below, underneath that bridge, right where my dash is coming up at, right there. That road, well, this road right here. Or let's do it this way. This is Sierra Highway right here, and this was bumper-to-bumper traffic for a long, long time. It was crazy. So, like I said, the aircraft, you know, handles pretty well, considering, you know, there is no there is no infrastructure for it. But you do have to see how steep that angle is. That's what you have to do to get this thing to get speed. Now, I don't know if that's normal with helicopters or not, because like I say, I'm not a helicopter guy. But that's what I've had to do. Is I had to put a lot of force, you know, to reiterate. I would say hi in a chat, but I can't say hi in the chat, because if I do, that'll be the end of it. Now we're on the 14 freeway here, going into Santa Clarita right now. I'm picking up something from somewhere. Yeah, some things are just not quite right. Like there's this right here should be more green. You know. Should be more green than this. That's weird. I guess just a different tile that Microsoft, you know, put up there. Because right here, see, there's forest lawn right there, where all those trees are and stuff. That's one of the cemeteries for Santa Clarita right there. And of course, that's Newhall Road or something like that. I forgot what it was called. Of course, the Carl's Jr. is right there on the corner. That red splotch right there is supposed to be a Carl's Jr. And that's USA or Chevron gas station on the kitty corner away from it, right there. Come on, man. Where's all the gas pumps and everything else? You should be seeing all that detail. Anyway, moving right along. Go to Via Princesa. Now let's go over here and see if the see how well Microsoft modeled the Western Town. There's a Western Town movie set right over here. Matter of fact, that big brown or that big empty lot right there is where all the employees park their cars right there. All the people that park the cars right there at that spot, and then they come over here. Let me back up here. Well, I see something here, but I don't know. It's supposed to be Western Town, and take a look outside here without crashing, maybe. Yeah, all those buildings are supposed to be the Western Town. So not exactly the way it should be. That's all right. Oh well. Well, anyway, I told you guys I was going to land over at Whiteman Airport, so that's what we should do. I got to keep to my word. So we'll take the elevator and we'll just go right on over. So yeah, I can spend hours. I can go over to Santa Maria, check out all the area there in Santa Maria. I can go anywhere. Very, very cool. If my computer doesn't crash on me. So we'll go down here and we'll land. I'm a little high. There we go. A little too high there. There we go. Hopefully the audio is not too loud, because it was really loud before. We're not doing too bad a speed. We're only doing 110 knots or so. But they do need to make it so you can hands off, you know, just barely touch, you know, the controls, just to keep it under control. As we're coming in here to, let's see, what's our winds? Our winds are no wind. It's not reported. But there, I see my target, which is Whiteman Airport. Back off here on our power. That's the San Fernando Road right there. 210 freeway, or I'm sorry, 118 freeway, Ronald Reagan Freeway, going east and west of us, because we're going south right now. And we'll just do land here. I lose all the speed. We got way too much airspeed. Way too much airspeed. There we go. Now we're better airspeed. And what does land this bad boy? If I can. Coming on down. God have mercy on my soul. I'm hovering right now. Oops. Come on, get over there. What I'll do is I'll just go right over here, and then I'll land, and then I'll just... Well, actually, I didn't talk to tower, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just come over here like this. Come on. Oops. Landed on the ground anyway. We don't want to be there. We want to be down here. I haven't tried a marshaller yet to see what a marshaller would do with a helicopter. Let's just go over here. Call it. Been long enough. I'm sitting here trying to hit the brakes. There is no brakes. And there we go. We're on the ground. Okay, I pulled back my prop which made the props or makes the rotors not as, you know, as before. Pull back on my mixture, doesn't do anything, but if I hit the fuel selector 1, eventually it'll turn off. And then I put my props back up to get rid of that buzzing noise. See, here's the buzzing noise. I put my prop to in the middle, and then it goes away. I don't know. I can turn everything off. And there you go. That is it. Open the doors. Static my heads. And then we can walk out of here, and we are out of our aircraft. So that is a brief, somewhat brief, of the Airbus H135. Cool, cool. For a free aircraft, and for what I'm going to use it for, I'm happy. It's got its problems, because it's still, like I said earlier at the start of the video, I think I would consider this more of an alpha than a beta or a release candidate. But it doesn't matter. It's awesome. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna take a break here. I gotta rest my hands because, like I said, smashing my yoke forward like I have to, it's crazy. So anyway, take care, guys. I'll catch you guys next time, and we'll do this all over again and go somewhere and do something here in FS Excursions. Take care, guys.